Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, all of you.
Good
Good morning,
morning,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Very good morning, Buddha. So, fine, we had done this. Lesson number 16, water, natural resources. So, just want to browse it once more. This is the water table. Can you see this water table? Is better. And this is the groundwater. What it is called as groundwater, right? And from the groundwater, we take the water out with the help of hand pump. If we have a lake, it infiltrates. Can you see this? It is infiltrating and
Yes,
forming
ma'am.
groundwater. Okay. Now let's see what is aquifer. Can you see this aquifer? There are rocks over here, isn't it? It's all rocks. The water gets stored in between the rocks. This is called as aquifer. Hope you have understood. This is called as aquifer. Understood now?
Yes.
Now this is underground water or aquifer. Let's see how it looks like. See, this is the water table. Can you see this? This is the water table. The second line is the water table. And this is the groundwater. What it is? Groundwater. Yes or no?
Yes.
Can you see this? And these are the aquifer. What it is? Aquifer. Because here are the rocks. What are there? Rocks. You understand now? And the water is collected in between the rocks, forming what it's forming with a aquifer. Look over here. There's a water loss by trees in the form of transpiration. Which part of the plant is transpiring? Obviously, leaves through stomata. The extra amount of water from the body is released in the atmosphere in the form of water vapor through the process which is known as transpiration. Got my point, beta? And this water vapor is a part of forming. What it is forming, beta? What it is forming?
Water vapor.
But what
Cloud.
vapor forms? Clouds. What it forms? Clouds.
Clouds.
Yes, beta? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me.
For water vapor forming clouds.
Hmm. Water vapor only form clouds. You do not know about it, beta? Were you knowing or not?
Not.
Okay. Now you came to know?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you see the dam over here?
Dam. Yes, dam.
Yes.
This is the dam. And these are the doors. Can you see the doors of the dams? Which is
Yes.
letting out water. Which is letting out water. Can you see this? Okay.
Yes.
Look at the other side of the dam. This one. This is called as reservoir. What it is called as?
This
Reservoir.
fire.
What you do in the reservoir? It is not very violent water. See how it is very violent. It's coming with a full force, where the force of the water is not that much. So what you do? You do yachting, you do boating, you do fisheries. Got it? You do lots of water sports over there. You understand or not? And also, from here, it can go as a canal for irrigation purpose. Understood this much? So we
Yes.
let out canals to the agricultural fields and for the irrigation purpose. Okay? So it is irrigating the fields, it's watering the fields. So that also could be one of the help. How the water table is going down. So right, depletion of water table. Please read better. We are using so much of water. Obviously, water will go down. The water table will go down, isn't it better? Why it is going down? Let's see one by one. Read better.
Yes, ma'am. Depletion of if water table may go down if the water is not sufficiently replenished. It is due to increasing population, industries, decrease of seepage, area of seepage of rainwater, agriculture activities, deforestation, and scanty rainfall.
Why water table? For example, this is the water table. This is the water table. This is now. After 5 years, the water table will come down. You understand? Because I'm using it continuously. So water has gone down. Got it now? After 5 years. Understood better? Hello?
Yes.
Got it now? After 5 years. Understood better? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that is
Yes, ma'am.
depletion of water table. Now why it has gone down? No rain. Why it has gone down? No rain. You understand? Because when the rainwater falls, then only it can be replenished. You and I cannot replenish it, isn't it? The groundwater. The water will go down the soil, it will infiltrate in the soil and form the water table. The water table will come up automatically if there is rainwater. But as we know that rain is irregular, but regularly we are using the water table, so water table recedes down, it goes down. First, the population is increasing. When the population is increasing, the intake or the uptake of water is more. Industries are coming up again, the usage of water is more. And also, you know that so many housing societies are made, industries are made, so it is becoming concrete. We are having cement everywhere. So there is no soil or playground or ground or field much so that the water will infiltrate into the soil. Area are becoming less for the infiltration purpose, for the seepage of rainwater, and hence the water table is not replenished. For agricultural activities, as in the form of irrigation, we require lots of water. Moreover, we are cutting forests, so we are doing deforestation. So, trees are an important parameter or factor for bringing rain. You know that, isn't it? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
So, when we are cutting trees, do you think we will get rain better? No.
No.
Yes.
Hence, hence the rainfall becomes scanty. That means we get less rainfall. Scanty means better.
Yes.
What is scanty? Less. Scanty means less rainfall. So these are the reasons why the water table is going down. Why there is scarcity of water? Please read.
Scarcity of
Scarcity.
water.
Scarcity.
Scarcity of water is defined as a situation where there is insufficient water to satisfy normal requirements. Through water in a renewable resources, the factors of security of water
Scarcity.
are scarcity of water are increasing population, increasing in industries, agriculture activities, deforestation. Water
Scarcity.
water scarcity will result in insufficient plant growth, decreased food production, and famine.
Good. There's some disturbance better in the background. So you just have a check. Now, what is scarcity of water? That means less water. What it is actually? It is a situation when you don't have sufficient water. You don't have sufficient water to satisfy whatever we require. A human requires this much of amount of water, he or she does not have. Agriculture requires this much of amount of water, we cannot provide. We cannot provide to industries. That becomes insufficient water. You understand better? To satisfy. Did you understand better? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we know water is a renewable resource. That means we can use it again and again. That is called as renewable resource. It's huge.
Renewable
It's plenty.
resource.
Yeah, it's plenty. So we can keep on using again and again. But still it is becoming less. Why? Because the population is increasing, industries are increasing, agricultural activities we have in the form of irrigation, we are cutting trees, so we are having scarcity of water. We also know that if there is less water, the plant will not grow in a better manner. It may be stunted. Now, if it does not grow in a better manner, so obviously it will affect the food production, the quality of food production, and certain thing will happen, and that condition will be called as famine. What is famine? People will die because of less crop production. There will be no food. People will die. You understand? That is called as famine.
Yes, ma'am.
That is called as famine. You understand?
Famine.
Yes. So population is so much, but crop is not there. So what will happen? The ones who will not get the crop or the food produce will die because of starvation. Got it better?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we'll do one by one.
Increasing.
Just listen to me first. Now, one by one, we are going to see how this is affecting the water condition. Increasing population, then
Yes.
we talk about industry, then we'll talk about agriculture, and then lastly, deforestation. So, first thing
Deforestation.
that we are going to take up is increasing population. Yes, read better.
Increasing increasing population. Increasing population creates demand for what? What?
Construction,
Construction of houses, shops, office, roads, and pavements. This decrease this decreases the open areas like parks and playgrounds. This is turn decreases the seepage of rainwater into the ground. A huge amount of water is needed for connect, uh,
construction.
construction work, and all the water is drawn from ground.
You are improving better. What's your name?
Sunraj Mahida.
Sanraj. You are improving in reading. Okay?
Yes,
I think you can make out, you can analyze yourself, can you? But still, you need practice. That is what I mean. Don't stop practicing at home.
yes,
Okay? Be in front of the mirror
yes, ma'am.
and start reading. It will help you a lot. Okay?
Yes,
Now, increasing population, the first factor that we're talking about, what exactly is happening? When there's an increase in population, obviously there is more demand for houses. Where will people stay then? More demand of shops, offices, roads, and the pavements. What are the pavements? The side of the roads. So, in short, it is all becoming concrete. So, what happens? When we are making all these things, the open areas are reducing. For example, no parks, no gardens, no playgrounds. It is all taken up by building houses. So what happens? If at all there is rain, it will not have any space to infiltrate in the ground and form the water table. You agree?
Yes.
Yes, better? Because everything is
Yes,
cemented,
ma'am.
where will it go? The water will flow better, but water will not go inside the soil. Don't you think so? Because there is no space, no soil. It is all cement. So there will be no seepage. In the soil only there will be seepage. Got it? Like you have a potted plant. You water the plant, the water will go down. Isn't it better? But if you make it cemented
Yes, ma'am.
or you put a plastic, something of that sort, the water will flow, but it will not go down. You agree?
Yes.
Yes, the same thing is happening. Now, also we know that whenever we are going for construction purpose, whether we are making houses or monuments or big buildings, we need lots of water for construction purpose, isn't it? After you cement it, we apply water for setting the cement, isn't it better? And from where it is coming? It is coming from the groundwater or the water. Is it clear? Underground water. Any problem?
No, ma'am.
And so the water table is going down. Now we come to second is increasing industries. Yes, read the
Sahil, you
16.
can read. Sahil. Sheikh Sahil.
Can you read? You will ask
Yes,
him the question. Sanraj?
Yes, ma'am.
Sanraj, you're asking him the question. You can
What?
read, don't say that. Ask, can you read? You're
Can
asking.
you
yes, I
read?
can read.
You will say, can you read?
Yes, ma'am.
Got it? This is way you have to ask him. Okay. Yes, Sahil, do you wish to read better?
Yes. Yep.
Carry on.
Increasing industries. Water is used by all industries. Almost everything that we use needs water somewhere in its production process. The number of industries is increased day by day.
साहिल साहिल बैकग्राउंड में तेरे बहुत आवाज आ रहा है.
Drawn from the
What happened?
मैम उसके बैकग्राउंड में बहुत आवाज आ रहा है.
I know. So someone else take up. Please, someone else take up better.
अजील कैन यू रीड?
yes, ma'am.
ओ आ गया.
Read better.
साहिल
No, I
रीड.
read.
मैम
Water
जी
used
रीड.
by most industries is drawn from ground.
Okay. So water is used by almost all the industries. So any steps which we are following in industries, water is used somewhere or the other in the production process. Now, what is called production process? For example, take about refill or pen. So production is pen, numbers of pen. In between the process, there is lots of steps, and we may be using water in some or the other steps. Got it? So we need water in industries.
यस मैम.
We also know as the population is increasing, the number of industries is also increasing. Agree? Agree, beta? So in industries, water is generally taken from the ground. That means that means underground water. You got it now? From where we are getting water? From the groundwater. You understand? And hence the groundwater table is going down. Any problem?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now we come to agricultural activities. Yes, beta.
Okay. Agriculture activities.
Agricultural
Um,
activities.
agricultural activities. A majority of farmers in India depend upon rains for irrigating their crops. Irrigation systems like canals are there only in a few places.
Fine. So mostly farmers, Indian farmers, what do they depend on, beta? Because they are not so rich, isn't it? They are not so rich to have
Married.
their motors,
The married.
the pump. Let me finish, beta. So they don't have the electricity, maybe. So they don't have the pumps to draw water from the ground, isn't it?
Yes,
So most of them depend upon rains. Do you follow me? They depend on rains
yes, ma'am.
for irrigation purpose of the crops. Now canal system are observed only in few places wherever there is a river. If there is a
Yes,
river, then only you will have canals. You cannot have canals everywhere, can you? No. So river has to be present to have canals. So that also we cannot say that you can depend on canals for irrigation purpose. All of them is not possible. So mostly they are depending on rains.
yes, ma'am.
Yes. Next.
Redo. This system may suffer from lack of water due to plenty of rainfall. So farmers have to use groundwater for irrigation. Population
No.
pressure on
There's something
agri.
wrong over here.
Okay.
Due to plenty, it is wrong. It is due to scanty of rain. Due to scant rainfall.
Stand tree.
Because scanty. Because why? What's happening is lack of water. Now, lack of water cannot be with plenty of rainfall. Can it be? It's not possible, isn't it? So, lack of rainfall is or water is due to scanty of rainfall. So, when there is less rainfall, so where do you have to depend on? Groundwater, isn't it? Then the farmers have to depend on groundwater for irrigation. Understood? Hello?
Yes,
Is it
ma'am.
understandable? Next.
Population pressure on agriculture force increasing use of groundwater day by day. This resulting depletion of water table.
We know that population is increasing day by day. So pressure on agriculture is also increasing day by day.
And
Yes.
water is unlimited.
Hmm?
Oh,
What I'm
see, he
talking
says
about is
water is
when
unlimited.
no, I'm just asking you. I'm asking you a question. You first give me that answer. I said population pressure. That means why population is increasing, the pressure is also increasing. Yes. And this pressure is
Yes,
increasing the pressure on agriculture. Yes. So there's a pressure on agriculture
yes,
also to produce lots of products, which is not possible. Why? Because groundwater we are using, and so much of groundwater we are using that the water table has gone down. Agree? Agree? Hello?
Yes.
Have you heard what I said just now? Boys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you understood what I said just now, beta?
Yes, ma'am, I understood.
Now we have distribution of water.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it
Distribution
same
water.
everywhere? Is it same everywhere? No. Where you get more rainfall, it is more. Where you get less rainfall, it is less. That is called as distribution of water. Please carry on.
Yes. And Mohammed, can you read? And Mohammed.
Hello.
मैं ही read करता हूँ.
Okay.
Distribution of water. Some places have good amount of rain, and at some place,
Yes.
place there are deserts which have scanty rainfall.
Fine. Now we know that if at a place is good rainfall, so obviously that place will have good amount of water. Some place they don't have much rainfall or scanty rainfall, then obviously those places are known as desert. Any problem?
Hmm.
Understood now? The difference between a place having
Yes.
good rainfall and place having almost less rainfall. So one is called as uh, forest and the other one is called as desert. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Second,
India is a vast country and the rainfall is not the same everywhere. Some regions have excessive rain while some others have very little rainfall.
okay. India is a big country. India is a huge country. Vast means big country. Understood, beta? And we know that rainfall is not the same everywhere. You must have come across the news in the news that Assam is flooded due to the river Brahmaputra. You know that?
Yes.
Yes? Now it is flooded over there. And in Rajasthan, it is desert. Hope you understand. So somewhere it's too much of water, somewhere there's no water. So this is what we get in India, that rainfall is not the same everywhere. So wherever you
Yes,
get lots
ma'am.
of rainfall, you get floods. Where you do not get rainfall, it is desert. You understand? You understand, Vita?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Last point.
Sahil, last can you read? Sahil.
Yes. Exclusive rain causes flood, whereas the absence of rain result in droughts.
Droughts. Okay. Now too much of rain. Excessive means too much of rain. What does it cause, Vita? Too
Too
much of
much of
rain cause
rain.
what? What does it cause?
Flood.
Floods. So we see floods in Assam. And if there's no rain, for example, in Gujarat, in
Yes.
Rajasthan, what we
Flood.
see? Drought.
Yes.
Where you see cracks on the soil. You know, you see cracks on the soil.
Yes.
Yes, you see cracks on the soil. So, no rain. So, the soils are dry, totally dry. And there is no crop. There is no crop. That is called as
Yes,
drought.
ma'am.
What are the causes of water scarcity? Why water is less? Let's see.
Some causes of water scarcity. In India, some causes of water scarcity are
Scarcity, better read properly. Scarcity.
in India, some causes of water scarcity are
Good.
uncontrolled use for borewell, technology for extracting groundwater, pollution of freshwater resources, no effective measures for water conservation.
Good. Thank you. Now, why there is water scarcity in India? First is we are using underground water, isn't it better? For
Yes.
agriculture, for industries, we are using groundwater. Now, if we are not using groundwater judgmentally, we are wasting more rather than using it, then what will happen? There will be water
Yes.
scarcity. You agree? So uncontrolled, that means you are not controlling the usage of bore well, that is the underground water. So what will happen? You will waste more than using it. You agree or not? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
So there should be some measurement. There should be some parameters for the usage of bore well. Okay. Next. Now what are fresh water? Can you tell me what are fresh water, beta? Hello? What are fresh water, beta?
Yes, ma'am. Fresh water.
Can you tell me what are fresh water? No one? Sanraj? Give me at least one example. What is fresh
Fresh
water?
water is to drink the water. Fresh.
What are the examples of fresh water?
Rivers, lakes,
Yes, exactly. Fresh water are ponds. Then bigger than pond is what beta? Lakes. They don't move.
Lakes.
They are standing water. They are stagnant water. What are they called as? Standing water. Then we have rivers. What we have? Rivers. It's a
River.
flowing water. It is flowing water. This much have you understood? These are the freshwater resources.
Yes, ma'am. Fresh
That means
water
we can drink.
resources.
We can drink this water. Salty water we cannot drink, which is present in seas and ocean. Can you drink sea and ocean?
No.
Because it is full of minerals and salt. Isn't it better? Okay. So
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
freshwater resources, if it gets polluted, what will happen? What will happen? We cannot use it. We have to think for the
Yes,
bore
ma'am.
well. Then we will go for the groundwater. Okay. And there is no way to conserve water resources. That means there is no not technology, I would say, there is no rules or regulation, by the way, which can make all of us conserve whatever water we have. So people are using in their own method, in their own ways, in their personal ways they're using the water. You understand what I'm saying? And hence there is more wastage. There is more wastage. Any problem, beta?
No, ma'am.
no,
Effects of plant scarcity, sorry, effects of water scarcity on plants. Please carry on.
effects.
Effects of
You read.
Read, beta.
okay. Effects of water scarcity on plants. You must have seen potted plants will
Wilting.
wilting on wilting and ultimately drying out if they did not get water even for a few days.
Now,
Pla-
you have potted plants at home.
yes,
Have you
ma'am.
got potted plants at home? Have
Yes,
you
ma'am. I
got
have.
potted plants at home? Right. If you don't water it, the the leaves they fall down. I mean, they droop down. They're attached, but it comes down. It's not rigid. It becomes very soft. It becomes yellow, and later it falls down. Have you observed that?
Yes, ma'am.
That process is called
Yes,
as
ma'am.
wilting. That process is called as wilting. You understand now? It's a new
Wilting.
word. That process is known as wilting. Okay, and then
Wilting.
it becomes yellow, then it gets dried. You can see it in money plant. If you observe money plant, you can
Yes, ma'am.
observe all these phenomena. Okay. Now, if they don't get water for few days, this thing happens. You understand? Because this is the food. The soil cannot give food without water. Water is a must for making the minerals or nutrients available to the plants. The dry soil cannot give the nutrients to the plant. So it has to be in solution form so the plant can take it. You understand? It cannot take, the plant cannot take in the dry form. It has to be made in the solution form. You got it? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Next.
Plants need water to get nutrients from the soil to prepare their food.
What is this mechanism called as to prepare the food, beta? What is the process called as to prepare the
Nutrients.
food? No, what is the process called as to prepare the food? Can anyone? Photosynthesis. What it is called as?
Photosynthesis.
Understood now what I'm asking you?
Yes.
All of you, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
So just ima- just imagine the consequences if water is not available to
Consequences.
plant.
Just imagine the
Consequences.
consequences if the water is not available to plants. Now,
Plant.
yeah, I just told you that the nutrient has to be in the solution form so that it will be available to the plants, isn't it? Just now I told you. Yes, beta? Yes or no?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
plants will die. If plants do not get water,
Plants will die.
then they cannot photosynthesize, they cannot make their food. If they cannot make their move food, they will die after some time. So you can very
Yes,
well
ma'am.
imagine. What is the meaning of consequences, beta? It is result. What is the meaning of
Result.
consequence?
Result.
It's result. If water is not available to plants, what's going to happen? You can understand, isn't it, beta? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's manage the water. So what should we manage? Water should be managed so that these things should not happen. Okay?
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am. Yes.
Correct.
Sahil,
Put off
read.
your mic. Put off your mic if
Okay.
someone's mic is on.
Water management.
Beta,
Most of the water that we get as rainfall
there's
just flows
disturbance.
away. The rainwater can be used.
Sahil. Disturbance. So,
The rainwater can be used to recharge the groundwater. This is referred to as harvesting or water harvesting or rainwater harvesting. Many places in India are age-old practice of storage and water recharge like the breweries,
Boundaries.
Bowries was the traditional way for collecting water.
Thank you. Now let's see how do we manage water. Whatever water we get as rainfall, what happens? It is wasted. It just flows away. You have seen, isn't it? Whenever there is rain, it flows away. Have you observed this? And the roads get flooded. Have you observed or not? But it's not going down the soil. Only in gathering fields you can observe near Joggers Park. Yes? Have you seen the gathering field, beta? Near Joggers Park? Hello?
yes.
Yes.
There the water goes down, isn't it? Have you seen? Have you ever seen it flooded over there? No. The water goes down, seeps, it infiltrates in the soil and forms the water table. You understand?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. So what we do? We can use this rainwater to recharge the groundwater. You understand? Because we have to
Yeah.
replenish it, isn't it? You have to replenish it because the groundwater is going down because of the usage for other purposes. Now, it can be recharged only by the rainfall. This recharging is known as water harvesting. What it is known as, beta? Water harvesting,
Water harvest.
rainwater harvesting. That means
Water
we are
harvesting.
collecting it. Yes, we are collecting it. We are storing this.